God, you're in each breath I take. You are my beloved.
Closer and closer each breath to my beloved.
The Guru and the Chela by the Ascended Master Kuthumi. The Bridge to Freedom Journal, July 1956. As the beloved Chelas are interested in developing my humble explanation of the efficacy of the breathing exercises as presented in the bulletin during the month of May 1956, I have been given permission to offer my column this month to an elaboration upon the initial instruction. This added instruction will assist those desiring to use these breathing exercises with more efficacy. I present such directions as prepared by our beloved Chela, Mrs. Ekey, to those who choose to avail themselves of it. Kuthumi. On the Mastery of the Four Lower Bodies through Rhythmic Breathing, Francis Ekey, May 5th, 1956. Through the control of the breath, the beloved Master Kuthumi has told us there can be drawn healing for every cell of the physical and inner bodies. All diseases, including cancer and leprosy, can be so healed. This rhythmic breathing and breath control is one of the first steps to complete mastery of the individual's world, for it allows the Holy Christ Self, through the expansion of the Immortal Threefold Flame within the heart, to purify all the energies in the physical, etheric, mental, and emotional bodies. As the beloved Mahachohan points out in his wonderful discourse given on Holy Thursday, March 29, 1956, which discourse has been published in the June 1956 Bridge. At first, whatever body has been having its own way with our energies up to this time will probably attempt to rebel when this practice is first started. Therefore, it might be well to just take 5 minutes regularly, 3 times a day, and after a week or so, increase the time given to this exercise if the individual wishes to do so. Preparation. First of all, the student should either sit or lie down in as quiet a place as possible, making very sure that he is undisturbed during the time he is giving to this exercise. Regularity of experiment is of the utmost importance. For in rhythm of continuity, the individual gains strength of purpose, dexterity of action, and confidence in ultimate accomplishment. Consciously see the immortal threefold flame within the heart expand until it is much larger than the physical body, at least filling your tube of light, which is about 9 feet in diameter. This threefold flame is composed of 3 plumes of dazzling light substance. The gold plume in the center, blue to the left, and pink to the right. These should be pictured as good, true, bright shades of these colors. The more brilliantly they are pictured, the more powerfully they will act. The flame should extend at least 3 feet below the individual's feet and about 3 feet above his head, the physical body being held within the center of the golden plume. Then see the golden man, the Christ, within the heart, released from his airless cell, arise and completely fill the physical form, thus giving the Holy Christ Self complete possession and control of that form. In the case of the embodied angels who have come from the great central sun, the golden man within the heart would be a white fire being. If this is the case, then expand that white light. Do you see? To expand this immortal threefold flame in, through, and around one, use the statement, O thou beloved immortal threefold flame of eternal truth within my heart. Expand and do thy cosmic work. Say this 3 times with feeling, knowing it has been waiting for centuries since we first forgot its presence within us, to obey your commands for its expansion, bringing your world into divine order through divine love. Picture this large, blazing, immortal threefold flame around the physical body. Call directly to your own electronic presence, the I Am, and to the count of 8, for each of the following statements, say, I am inbreathing the plan divine fulfilled from my beloved I Am. I am absorbing the plan divine fulfilled from my beloved I Am. I am expanding the plan divine fulfilled from my beloved I Am. I am projecting the plan divine fulfilled from my beloved I Am. The above statements are used on the indrawn, held, outbreathed, and projected breaths as we use them in the transmission classes and as taught in the transmission of the Flame books. In this exercise, particularly in the beginning, one could just do the above 4 statements once, and once for each set of the following. After the above, then again to the count of 8, say, I am inbreathing the full accumulation of all the good in my causal body. I am absorbing the full accumulation of all the good in my causal body. I am expanding the full accumulation of all the good in my causal body. I am projecting the full accumulation of all the good in my causal body. After saying the above statements, then to the count of 8, follow with, I am inbreathing the nature of God from my beloved Holy Christ Self. I am absorbing the nature of God from my beloved Holy Christ Self. I am expanding the nature of God from my beloved Holy Christ Self. I am projecting the nature of God from my beloved Holy Christ Self. Having completed these statements, you have prepared your altar of the sacred fire by qualifying it with the full perfection of your 3 higher vehicles, I Am Presence, Causal Body, and Holy Christ Self. You have now consciously drawn the full power and authority of the perfection of your life stream into this threefold flame anchored within and expanded from your heart. Do you see? Now, in order to increase the power, activity, and quality of any specific virtue of the immortal, victorious, threefold flame of God within your heart, you can consciously invite the full gathered momentum of any God-free being to accelerate that particular virtue through that flame within your heart by this exercise. We have chosen the violet fire of transmutation as purification is most required by unascended beings at this hour, calling into action the assistance of Holy Amethyst, the Ekey who represents the purifying feeling of the violet fire. Then, for the purification of the 4 lower bodies through the threefold activity of the flame, see that large, expanded, threefold flame turn completely violet, dazzling, blazing bright, the flame in all-powerful action. See the 3 plumes of pink, gold, and blue all turn violet. The more powerful you want the flame, the deeper you visualize its color, and the more dazzling you picture its action. To the count of 8, you say, I am inbreathing the violet fire of transmutation from Holy Amethyst. I am absorbing the violet fire of transmutation from Holy Amethyst. I am expanding the violet fire of transmutation from Holy Amethyst. I am projecting the violet fire of transmutation from Holy Amethyst. Now, the stage is completely set for the purification of the 4 lower bodies. Consciously begin to draw into this all-powerful violet fire by which you are now surrounded all the impurity in your emotional or feeling body, drawing it in on the in-breath into this purifying flame. Hold it there on the absorbing or held breath, feeling it being purified in that furnace of sacred fire. Then breathe that purified energy out again into the emotional body on the expanding or out breath, and project its purification out into the atmosphere around you and into the transmission flame, which is constantly encircling the earth during the period of its 30-day service each month. We suggest the following statement to be used for indrawing the impurities of each body in turn, as that substance is drawn into the sacred fire, whatever flame is used. Saying to the count of 8, I am inbreathing for purification all the energy of my feeling world. On this statement, feel it drawn in. I am absorbing for purification all the energy of my feeling world. On this held breath, feel it purified. I am expanding this purified energy and Christ's perfection into my feeling world. Here, see that energy returned to your feeling world, crystal pure. I am projecting this purified energy and Christ's perfection into my feeling world. Now consciously project it into the atmosphere around you to be instantly picked up and carried away on the transmission flame to add to the light of the world. Then take the impure energy of your mental body in the same manner, using the same technique as that suggested for the emotional body. After that, do the same for the etheric body and then the physical. As we said above, in the beginning it is best to stay with this practice about 5 minutes at a time. The time can be increased as the individual gets more and more accustomed to managing the breath and the bodies begin to realize that they have met their eternal, loving, but unyielding master at last. Of course, one may use the threefold flame in any color he wishes, according to the quality he desires to charge into these 4 lower bodies. We used violet because of the great need for transmutation of the impure energies there. Beloved Saint Germain said years ago that today about 90% of the energy of the unascended individual's world is qualified with discord. For that reason, we suggested the violet fire first. However, if one wants to charge these bodies with truth, for instance, of course that flame would be colored in the individual's mind's eye with a beautiful shade of Chinese green. If divine love is desired, color the flame a beautiful shade of pink, and so on. Blue for energy, power, and faith, dazzling white for purity, crystal iridescent for resurrection, yellow for illumination, gold for peace and ministration of blessings to all. The deeper the shade and the more dazzling the color used, the greater the power drawn through that particular flame. The technique is the same for all the flames. Just change the color of the threefold flame in, through, and around the body to render the desired service of qualification.
God, you're in each breath I take. You are my beloved God.